Welcome. Today we will be continuing the part of how to draw basic human figures, but this time instead of focusing on male figures, we will be focusing on female figures. There is not much difference, but yeah, there are some very important points to note down so that our female figures do not look JoJo-ish. Yeah. Let's get down to the business. So, first thing, that is the height. The basic body, the proportion division is same as before. First, what you have to do is draw the head, which is basically a simple circle. I hope it is visible. Yeah, so a simple circle, then the line that forms the structure of its nose and aligns its lips and etc. Then the one for eyes. I have already explained how to draw a face in anime style, manga style before. So if you haven't seen that, you should. Here is the link. The basic head and then stick figure, same as before. Here, this line is going to be the shoulder. Here we have this portion, the elbow, and stick line. Ta-da. And yeah, now the basic height of a female figure when we are usually drawing it. So girls are usually by default or due to the genes, the way we have evolved, are shorter in height than males are. Alright, so if you are going to draw a male and a female figure together, usually female figures are drawn smaller. So if the male figure is about 6 heads tall, then the female figure would be 5 head tall or 5.5 head tall. Alright, these are just simple things which we follow. There is no hard and fast rule that the woman has to be smaller, right? But usually this is the case. Now again, how do we measure the head height? I have told that one in the previous video before. So first, suppose this is one head, right? Here, just measure this length, right? And then retrace that length here. You can use a ruler or you can just use your pencil. Since we do not need precise measuring, we just need a rough idea. So how do we use a pencil? Put the pencil, no, wait, let me pick up the paper. Put the pencil like this, alright, and you can see the tip of the pencil here. Alright, this is height of one head. So we put it again, alright, and keep your finger over here, mark this place, then do it again, mark this place, and then you keep doing it. So this is 1 head, 2 head, 3 head, 4 head, 5 head, and 5.5 head, right? So that is the height of the figure that I am drawing. And again, the shoulder is same as we talked before, 2 heads, but this time instead of putting vertical, you will have to put the heads horizontally. So this will be your one head, and then this is going to be a second head. But here is the thing, when you are drawing a female figure, the head of a female figure is smaller in ratio in its aspects than a male head. So this is going to be smaller, right? Let me give you an example and explain this to you. Suppose this is a male head, right? Now, again, one more thing. Male heads, they have really rough strokes, strong strokes to them, right? Since the masculinity should be visible, right? And they're a bit cubic, right? So yeah, this, suppose this is a male head, right? Now a female head would be something like this, smaller in height, and it's all sort of dimension, and it will be more round than the male head, right? Make it more round and a bit angular at the chin. I hope the chin portion is clear. Let me zoom in for you. Yeah, so listen. This is the chin portion of a male. It is flat. In females, it is a bit pointy. I mean, not this pointy, but a bit roundish. So it still has that pointish feel to it, but it is not actually pointy. It's round, right? So this is the kind of chin that female figures usually are shown with or have. Again, you can make the chin of a female figure flat, but then again, it shouldn't be this type of flat, like flat and then it has a sharp edge to it. If you want to do this, then you will have to make it flat, but there should be this curve to it, right? Example, in this figure, I have made it flat from below. I mean, the chin is flat, but you can see that there is this round portion in it, right? So that's what you have to do. Now, back to the work. Alright, and now once you have decided the posture of the female figure and everything, then we will start putting in the muscles. Now this part is where the differentiation between a male and a female figure actually begins to appear. So the shoulders, alright, they shouldn't look as wide as it was supposed to in male, even though the height of a head is, I mean, the way we measure it is same. But since you already know by now that the basic structure of a female head is smaller than a male head, so the shoulder will be smaller too, right? Now, here we have the neck. Now, draw these circles everywhere. You have to draw the connecting points, alright? And then use the circle to simply join the lines. See, simply join the lines. Here we have it. Simply join the lines. Even the shoulder portion, I mean this portion, they are the same, right? Simply join the lines. All that you have to do is simply join the lines using a bit more curve and smooth lines than you used while drawing male. Also, do not make them very muscular, because even when the female is very muscular, she's not as muscular as a male, right? So the cuts will be visible, but it won't be as buffed. You can draw puff, but that is just not something that we do, right? So yeah, look like this, right? Now I will draw the chest, right? There is something that I would like to tell you guys about drawing chest. So first, see, these are all the common thing, and then there is something about this portion too. We will talk about that as well. Now here is the two things which I would like to talk to you guys about. First is the breast, and then there's this hip portion, right? So first thing, this portion in females is wider than how we draw it in males, right? Also, has more curves to it than males. So when you had to draw males, what you simply did was this portion, right? So we simply brought these lines over here. We added very little curves to it, and then here. See, it is ready to go, finished. But in case of female, what you have to do is, suppose this is this portion, right? Then this will have a bit more curve to it, and then this portion widens, right? So yeah, only this outer curve widens, the inner curve is supposed to be the same, right? So this is the difference. And then and another thing, it starts widening over here, right? So if it starts, then there will be some place where this line will peak, and then it will go back to the normal, right? So the portion where it peaks is supposed to be over here, right? See, in this portion it is at its peak, and then again it goes back and then connects. So make sure you do not screw this portion up. If you instead of making the high point over here, you will draw the high point over here, then it will look really messed up. I'm telling you, your character will look as if she's on Botox. Now the base, and then breasts. Now this portion actually depends on what cup size you're going to draw. What the hell did I just say? But yeah, whatever, there are basic general rules that you will have to follow anyway. So what are the rules? Rule 1, gravity. Rule 2, curved lines. What do I mean by gravity? So what a lot of people do is, while drawing these breasts, instead of remembering that there is something called gravity that pulls everything towards it, are great artists of this generation, or at least those who I have seen who are around me, and some people at Pixar too. I don't know why. I think I have something against them. I think I have something against Pixar, even though I really like their movies. But yeah, so what they do is, suppose this is the chest, this portion. Let me draw it again for you, right? So this is hands. Now what they will do is, they will make it like this, right? Yeah, this is wrong. It is not this pointy. Also, it doesn't stays up like this. This is wrong. These graphics are outdated, bro. Even my phone can support high graphics, and it is 6 years old. So yeah, do not do this. Right? Do not ever do this mistake. So what is it that you are supposed to do? I think I should erase it a bit, right? So that these lines, there are a lot of lines over here, it will get really messed up when I start explaining. So yeah, firstly what you will have to do is, this point where these two, the arm and the main body, separate, alright? So in alignment to that, the breasts also starts to take its shape. Now, simple, what you have to do is you will have to draw two circles, right? So something like this. You have to draw two circles, alright? And then you simply have to apply laws of physics to them, apply some gravity so that they will fall down, and then the structure they will become would be something like this. Right, because there is gravity. Now, depending on the size you are drawing, the size will, more or less. But yeah, so you will have to do it in accordance with gravity. Also, these lines, under absolutely no condition should they be sharp. You have to draw these lines very delicately, very gently, like this, curves. Drawing a female figure is all about how well you can pull off your curves, as in your curved lines, right? So the smoother will your curved lines be, the better the character's tone will appear. Now, of course, there are different players of line when you have to draw different type of characters. When you want to bring out a certain aspect of a character, you use different kind of lines and all of that. But basically, this is what you have to do. So, this is what I'm going to do over here. I'm just going to draw, very normal size. Now, since there is a bit of, her back is also appearing, so this one is not going to be very visible. So yeah, and then there is shadow if you want. But of course, and here comes the navel. This portion is like this, this portion is like this. And these are the curves they meet over here. And then same thing for legs. Curves. See, curves. And then over here again. Curves. Simple curves, nothing very complicated. Right? And now this is how you draw a basic figure. What I would like you guys to do, or what you should do in order to improve, is you will have to practice certain things, right? So what you will have, again, the same practice, draw a lot of stick figures, right? So stick figure taking very rough, just like this stick figure, let's say taking selfie, a stick figure running like a cartoon, or a stick figure just sitting like a king, or is very tired and is sitting on a couch or something like that, right? So draw a lot of stick figures and then put mass on them. You have to do it with, so draw, let's say, this stick figure, put some mass on it, right? And then first you have to make this into a female character. The second time you make it, use the same stick figure, right? The same basic figure, but this time make it a male, right? Apply the laws to make a male. Make the lines more thick, more strong lines, right? Reinforce the lines, alright? Make them more rough, more strong. Make your strokes very smooth and clean, right? And when you are drawing the female, make your strokes very round and gentle and delicate, right? So do that. That will help you practice. Now we are done over here. So there is not much to know. Like after this is the basic making of figure. Then of course everything that you have to do now is just add details. So here of course now I cannot really teach you how to make hair, because what kind of hairstyle are you drawing? So let's just see how it turns out. Right, her hair are done. I will not be drawing that portion, and then this comes over here, this comes over here, this goes there. Also, when you are drawing the clothing, right, make sure that your clothing is in alignment with the stance of the figure, right? So suppose this leg, alright, this leg is in front like this, right? So the curve on your clothes should be like this, right? So that this view, so that it looks that this leg is in front. If the other leg is back, in that case your curves should be on the clothes should be like this, right? So that it appears that this leg is behind it. Alright, and then some shade. So here you can see I have made it with pen. I have still drawn the basic figure, alright, the lines, these figure. And if you're wondering which character is she, then she's from the Boruto manga. Here, yeah, and her power are pretty OP too. I wonder how the hell is that little brat going to fight Lama. So that is all that is there for today's video. Next we will see what we can do, right? Yeah. Take care.